Hello everyone. In this video I am going to explain about sorting techniques. Okay, there may be number of sorting techniques in order to sort the given set of elements in an sorting order, but in this video I would like to discuss about divide and conquer type of sorting technique. First, let me explain about the divide and conquer technique. In this divide and conquer technique, first the given set of elements are divided into two equal halves, and after dividing the given set of elements into smaller parts, we will perform the sorting operations, and after performing the sorting operation, we will merge all the solutions which were obtained in the subparts of the given set of elements. Okay, after merging we will get the final answer. Now let us discuss about the sorting methods which come under the divide and conquer method. Okay, here we have two different types of sorting techniques which follows the divide and conquer method. First one is merge sort, and the second one is quick sort. Okay, in this video I will explain about how the merge sorting operation can be performed in the given set of elements by following the divide and conquer method. Okay, first I am taking an example. This is an example for the merge sort problem. Now we need to arrange the elements in an ascending order by using this divide and conquer technique. Okay, see, divide and conquer, we are following this divide and conquer technique means first we need to divide the given elements into smaller parts. We have 10 elements in the example, so I am partitioning the given set of elements into two different halves, that is 5 5. Okay, this is one subset and this is one subset. Okay, first consider this set. Okay, here we have 5 elements. Here also I am dividing it into two halves, one set with 2 elements and the second set with 3 elements. Okay, now I am performing the merge sort operation. Okay, in this merge sort operation, first you need to consider the elements with the first element. See, the first element is 310 and the second element is 285. 310 will be compared with 285. Okay, if the first element is the smaller element, then there will be no change. See, 310 will be compared with 285. 310 is greater than 285. So I am swapping these two elements, 310 with 285 and 285 with 310. Okay, here we have 3 elements. These 3 elements are also divided into two halves. Okay, 179 will be compared with 652. 179 is smaller than 652, so there will be no swapping in this list. Okay, here we have only 351, so 351 will be as it is. Okay, now see, until now we have performed the divide operation. Okay, now I am considering this conquer. Conquer means merging. These two sublists are merged into a single list. Okay, I am considering these two sublists and I am merging this sublist into one single list. Okay, see, I am comparing 179 with 351. Okay, 179 is smaller than 351, so I am not performing any operation. I am taking the 179 element as it is. Okay, now 652 will be compared with 351. Okay, 652 is greater than 351. 652 is replaced with 351 and 351 is replaced with 652. Okay, these two sublists are merged into a single list. Okay, now we need to perform the conquer operation in these two sublists. Okay, element 285. Okay, 285 will be compared with 179. 285 is greater than 179. Okay, now I am comparing 285 with 351. Okay, see here I have compared the first element in the first sublist to the first element in the second sublist. Okay, after comparing I found 285 is greater than 179, so I have replaced the value 179 with 285. Now I am considering 285 with 351. 285 is smaller than 351, so I am placing 285 value here. Okay, now the second element in the first sublist and the second element in the second sublist will be compared. 310 is smaller than 351, so the next element in the list to be placed is 310. Okay, so here we don't have any numbers to be compared to the second sublist, so these elements will be taken as it is, as there is no possibility of comparing elements in the from the two lists. I have placed these two numbers as it is. Okay, till here I have merged these two sublists are merged into this one, and after comparing these two sublists the merged list is this one. Okay, till here we have completed the half of the list of elements for performing the merge sort operation, and now I am performing the merge sort operation with the second half. Okay, see here also we have 5 different elements, and these 5 elements will be divided into 2 halves. Okay, here we have 2 different elements, here also we have 2 different elements. These are also divided into 2 halves. Okay, first I am considering these two sublists to form a solution. Okay, 45 is compared with 520. 245 is smaller than 520, so the value will be same, 245. Okay, and now 450 is compared with 520. 450 is smaller value, so I am taking 450 value as it is, and the remaining value is 520, so I am writing it as it is. Okay, these two lists were merged into this list. Okay, now I need to consider this one. 423 is smaller than 861, so there will be no change in this list. It will be placed as it is. Okay, now I need to compare these two sublists, so I am considering 423 with 245. 423 is greater than 245, so I am placing 245 here, and again I am considering the first element in the first list and the second element in the second list. 423 compared with 450. 423 is smaller than 450, so I am placing 423 here. Okay, now I am comparing 861 with 450. 861 is greater than 450, so the next element to be placed is 450. 861 will be compared with 520. 861 is greater than 520, so next element to be placed is 520, and the remaining element is 861. Okay, by merging these two lists I have found this operation. Now these two lists to get the final result. Okay, now I am comparing the first element in the first list to the first element in the second list. Okay, 179 is compared with 245. As 179 is smaller than 245, I am placing 179 as it is. Now the second element in the first list will be compared with the first element in the second list. 285 is compared to 245. 285 is greater than 245, so I am placing 245 here. Now 285 is compared with 423. As we have placed 245 in the list, I am considering the second element in the second sublist with the second element in the first sublist. 285 is smaller than 423, so I am placing 285 here. Okay, now I need to compare 310 with 423. 310 is smaller than 423, so I am placing 310 here. Now I am comparing 351 with 423. 351 is smaller than 423. I am placing 351 value. Now 652 will be compared with 423. 23 is smaller than 652, so I am placing 423 here. Okay. Now 652 will be compared with 450. 652 is greater than 450, so I am placing 450 here. 652 will be compared with 520. 520 is smaller value, so I am placing 520 here. 652 will be compared with 861. 652 is smaller, so I am placing 652 here. Okay, and the remaining element is 861. Okay, this is the final result which was obtained in the merge sort. And finally you need to check whether the obtained final result is in the sorting order or not. See, if you check all these elements, these are all elements are placed in ascending order. So by this the merge sorting technique will be completed. Now let us see how the quicksort operation will be performed by using the divide and conquer technique. Okay, in this quicksort operation, we need to find the pivot element. We need to choose an element from the given list of elements, and the chosen element will be treated as pivot element. Okay, and by using that pivot element, the dividing operation will be performed in this quicksort operation. Okay, you can choose any number from the given list, either the first number or the second number or the last number. You can choose any number. Here I am choosing the first element as a pivot element, and I am representing it with a circle, and I am treating it as P. Okay, in the first step you need to move this pivot element to the last position of the given list. Okay, I have moved the pivot element to the last position of the list. Okay, now by considering this pivot element, the dividing operation will be performed. Okay, now we need to check the smallest element. When you are considering the elements in this direction, you need to check the smallest element than this pivot element, and when you consider the elements from this side, you need to consider the element which is greater than the pivot element. Okay, see, when I am moving from right to left, I need to consider the smallest element than the pivot element, and when I am moving from left to right, I need to consider the greater element than the pivot element. See, 45 is the first element which is present in the list. So 45 will be compared with the pivot element. Here 45 is smaller than the 65, so I am considering this value. Okay, and while moving from left to right, 70 is the first element which we counted, so these two elements will be swapped. 45 and 70 elements will be swapped. 45, 70. Okay, and the remaining elements will be placed as it is. Again you need to move from right to left. While moving from right to left, you need to consider the smaller element than the pivot element, and you need to move from left to right. In this position you need to find out the greater element than the pivot element. Here 50 is the smaller element than the pivot element, and 75 is the greater element than the pivot element. So I need to swap these two values, 50, 75, and the remaining elements will be placed as it is. Okay, again you need to travel from right to left and left to right. While moving from right to left, you need to consider the smaller element which is smaller than the pivot element. that is 55, and while moving from left to right you need to consider the greater element than the pivot element, which is 80. Okay, now you need to swap these two elements, 45, 50, 55, 85, 60, 80, 75, 70. Okay, these two elements were swapped. Again you need to consider by following these arrow mark directions. While moving from right to left, you need to consider the element which is smaller than the pivot element, that is 60, and while moving from left to right you need to consider the element which is greater than the pivot element, that is 85. You need to swap these two elements, 45, 50, 55, 60, 85, 80, 75, 70, 65. This is the pivot element. Okay, see, again you need to travel by using these two arrow mark directions. From moving from right to left you need to consider the smaller element than the pivot element, and while moving from left to right you need to consider the element which is greater than the pivot element. See, while moving right to left, this is the smaller element than the pivot element, and while considering the moving from left to right, this is the greater element than the pivot element. See, if you swap these two values you will obtain the previous list elements. Okay, so in this position the pivot element will be placed at the middle of the list, and by using this pivot elements the divide operation will be performed. This will be considered as the first sublist of the given elements, and this will be considered as the second sublist of the given elements. And here, see, if you consider the first sublist, the elements are already in the sorting order, so we are not supposed to perform any operation in this sublist. Now consider the second sublist. Okay, here you need to choose one pivot element in this second sublist. I am choosing 85 as the second pivot element. As I am taking it as the second pivot element, I am considering it with double circle. Okay, now I am placing this 85 element in the end of the list. Okay, 80, 75, 70, 85. Okay, now the same process will be continued by considering the pivot element. While moving from right to left you need to consider the smallest element, and while moving from left to right you need to consider the greater element than the pivot element. See, while moving from right to left, 70 is the smallest element, which is smaller than the pivot element, and while moving from left to right we don't have any element that is greater than the pivot element. In this case you need to choose another element. Okay, see, here I am choosing 75 as the third pivot element. As I have discussed earlier, you can choose any element as a pivot element in a given list. So as I am considering this as the third pivot element, I am represented it with 3 circles, and as I have considered this as the pivot element, now I need to place this 75 in the end of the list. 80, 70, 75. The same process will be continued. I need to check the smallest element while I am traveling from right to left, and I need to check for the greater element than the pivot element while traveling from the left to right. See, while moving from right to left, 70 is the smallest element than this pivot element, and while moving from left to right, 80 is the greater element than the pivot element. So these two elements will be swapped, 70 with 8. Okay, and these two elements are come in a sorting order. Now I am placing all the elements in the list. See, 70, 80, 75, 85. As I have divided the given list into 2 halves in this current position, and by considering the pivot element, I have sorted the second list of elements in the sorting order, and in the first list we are not supposed to do any sorting operations as the list is already in the sorting order. So I am placing all the elements as it is. Okay, these are the elements that we have got after performing the sorting operation by using the quicksort method in dynamic method. Till now we have seen how the sorting operations will be performed in the merge-sort and quicksort by using the divide and conquer technique. Now I am going to explain about the time complexities of both the merge-sort and quicksort. Okay, first I am explaining about the merge-sort. For merge-sort type of sorting technique, in any case, that is in the worst case or in the best case or in the average case, the time complexity will be order of n log n. Okay, in all the three cases, worst, average and best, in all these three cases the time complexity is order of n log n. See, I'll tell you why this time complexity is not changing in any of these cases. Okay, in the merge sorting technique we will compare each element with the other element. Okay, and after comparing these elements we may or may not replace the elements. Okay, that's why the time complexity will not change in any of these cases. Okay, now coming to the quicksort. In this quicksorting technique, the time complexity in the average case and the best case will be order of n log n, but it will change when it comes to the worst case. The worst case time complexity of quicksort is order of n square. Why? Because placed either in the middle of the list or at least it may come nearer to the middle position. Okay, but in the worst case the choosing of pivot element will be the position of the pivot element will be at the end of the list or at the beginning of the list. In that cases the worst case time complexity occurs. Okay, so in this quicksort technique the choosing of pivot element plays the major role.